So let's jump right into it with some brief training on CBD, which of course stands for cannabidiol. It's one of the major cannabinoids found in the cannabis plant, otherwise known as hemp. It's federally legal now for almost a year, and I believe it's one of the most powerful natural agents we have, because of the fact that it helps to control this master regulatory system called the endocannabinoid system that really has a role in so many different physiological processes in the body, from our brain function and psychology, our ability to focus and keep a good mood, reverse and alleviate depression and stress and anxiety, to physiological with modulating or controlling inflammation, which of course is one of the major components of all disease states. And that's why so many people are reporting life-changing or profound results using CBD actually. Of course, the other major cannabinoid that's in the news and also very popular is THC, which is the psychoactive cannabinoid that typically requires a prescription in most states, including New York actually. I believe CBD is going to come to the forefront in cannabinoids. Of course, there's other ones coming on board soon that I'll explain to you about later. But CBD, I believe, is superior to THC for a couple of reasons. Number one, of course, is that it's not psychoactive, I guess, in a sense, right? It does make people happy and reduce stress, but it gives them what I call like a functional mood boost, whereas THC, of course, can really make people feel disoriented, too high, almost to where they can't even function. And that's a major difference. Another one, too, is that CBD is much safer and more natural for the body because of the fact that it works with the body's own, it supports our own cannabinoids. In other words, THC works directly on cannabinoid receptors, so it's a stronger effect, and it has also, because of that, more deleterious or potentially negative effects too. Whereas CBD actually acts as a endocannabinoid reuptake inhibitor, the same way that antidepressants, SSRIs, are selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors. They keep serotonin working, your own serotonin working longer. CBD is actually an endocannabinoid reuptake inhibitor. It keeps your own endocannabinoids working longer. So it actually supports your own endocannabinoid system in a more natural way than THC does. And there is some preliminary data suggesting that THC may be involved with gastrointestinal cancers, believe it or not. And also there's definitely some well-known literature out there on it being negatively affecting people with psychotic states. CBD, of course, is the focus of our store, and I would encourage you to get familiar with all the products that we have. Of course, this is Pure Life CBD, and you can read the bottle to understand the dosing chart for the various potencies. What customers are really paying for when they buy CBD is the strength or the amount of CBD in the bottle, of course. And so as they buy larger amounts, they save money because they're getting a bigger discount. And so 250 milligram bottle might cost, say, $40, but 4 times that would be normally, say, $160, but they're only going to pay $100. So there's a huge discount in buying larger quantities, and that's why we always encourage people, look, if it's your first time, take the CBD experiment. You can try a trial size bottle. It costs like $40, $45. For a month, you get to play around and figure out if it works for you, and also what your optimal dosage is, because you don't need to follow the dosing on the bottle. That's only a suggested dosing. People can start with a smaller amount and pyramid up if they need to, or they could start with a higher amount if they feel that their condition warrants that. So for example, on a 250, each full dropper is about 1 milliliter, which is about 8.33 milligrams. That's a pretty decent starting dose for